Hello and good afternoon to all my Cancerian beautiful people, the deep water sign. This is your um, general reading for the month of February 2019, and I'm Sunana with my work, my spiritual work here, my spiritual astrology that I do, sharing my guidelines, my guidance with everybody who needs this kind of help during the process that we all go through together. Okay, now, Cancers, guys, wonderful people. Okay, the most, I would say, Cancers, especially females, I would love to say, because they're ruled by the moon, they are very prone towards harmony. They do not like arguments, fights, discordant in their life and stuff like that. Beautiful people in general. Now, the news is, guys, Neptune, the most spiritual of planet, will be in your now ninth house for many years now, and you will be, and Neptune will be sitting there for many more years to come. Okay, so, for all cancers, news is that you are going or undergoing a long process with regards to your religious and philosophical belief, which is being spiritualized as well or being elevated to another level. Now, please remember that this kind of a spiritual upliftment or elevation, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, and this is what is going on for you in the period and in the year 2019 as well. Okay. Now, the reason being that ninth house is also considered the most important house in your horoscope. Okay, because it shows in everybody's horoscope, not just for the cancers, because it shows our personal religion, our personal philosophy of life that is kind of sitting in the ninth house. Okay. Now remember, that's because that is what the philosophy is, what that determines our worldview, and which will in return determine our philosophical and emotional reactions as well. Okay. Now, when I say about emotional reactions, it talks about moods and feelings that are caused by a person's interpretation of an event. The way you interpret what's going on in your life is what it is with your emotional self. That is, in fact, connected to your ninth house, which is elevating your philosophical and spiritual belief. Okay. Now, these are the theological things that's going on undercover for all the cancers. Okay, for the signs of the cancers. Okay, so definitely, if there is any adjustment, any kind of flaws that is persisting in that particular ninth house that needs to be corrected, rectification, periodic corrections, whatever you might want to say, that's going to happen for the Cancerians in this period of time, just because of your influence of your ninth house and your spiritual wisdom. That's kind of the cosmic world is elevating it for you guys. So there is nothing to worry about. In fact, this is one of the best things. It's giving you the time to do certain things for yourself in this period of time, guys. So take this opportunity, run with it. And I believe this is the best period in time where you can uplift your emotional reactions, your philosophical belief, your religious ideas, virtues, everything. Your inner core, inner self, um, ideas, belief, things that you probably have not paid attention to before. You will be forced to pay attention in this period in this year 2019. Now, news for February, guys, is that your health is going to improve as compared to the month of January, and will get better after the 14th, because after the 14th, Mars will move away from its stressful aspect in your life. Okay, and this particular sector of health will further improve after the 19th of the month of February. And it's going to be okay for you. You have got nothing to worry about. Okay. Now, your planetary power is still mostly in the western part of your horoscope or your chart. Okay, so you're in a very social period right now. Social grace will get to you further than your personal initiative during the month of February, because you will be charming, magnetic, full of social charms. That's going to definitely work for you. This is also the time for cultivating your social skills, cancers. Okay, everything about social thing is very, very prominent, dominant in the month of February. Now, Venus Venus is going to move into your seventh house on the 3rd of the month of February. Okay, and this will reinforce you to adapt to conditions as best as you can. Venus is going to give you that strength, okay? Because the time will come, and it's not very far away, guys, when changes will be easier to make because of Venus being in your seventh house is a positive turn of event for love as well. That's good news, guys, okay? But again, at the same time, what I see is what I tell you is Saturn's continuous presence in that house also is calling for some kind of caution, a go slow attitude in love. So basically, on one hand, Venus is there to support you in your understanding of love, romance, whatever that you are seeking for in your life, the harmony. But at the same time, Saturn, the teacher, is sitting there too, and that is the reason whatever step you will take, you will have to take it with caution, because otherwise Saturn is going to come down and, do whatever he has to do for you. So we don't need that. Take a go slow attitude as far as your love and relationships are concerned for the month of February. Okay, because again, cancers, the reason being that most of you have a practical concept of love these days. You all know what love is in a very practical way. You all are not being very emotionally drawn towards it. Of course, emotion is there, but at the same time, the practicality in terms of your relationships, love, romance is also very, very good. Okay. And this month of February, this will be enhanced even further. Because at the end of the day, what you guys have realized is that it is not so much about passion. Passion is a part of it, but it is about utilitarian. That's what it is. Like how you can utilize things in the right possible way. Okay, it's not making use of people. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But how you can use your skills to the maximum to bring about that compact balance in every sphere of your life is what is important to you, even as far as your social life, love life, romance, anything is concerned. Okay. Now, on the 17th and the 18th of February, you will find that this has been enhanced even more. And you and the beloved will need to inject some passion, some fire into your relationship during that particular point in time. Okay, because to me it looks like you both are just going through the motions of life at this point in time. Okay, so you'll need to think out of the box, you'll need to do something more, you'll need to work towards your love area. Okay, a little bit more in detail than what you guys have been doing, because for so long, maybe a couple of months down the line, I would say, you guys are like just flowing through the motions of your love relationship or your romance or whatever, not really injecting some fire into it. Not fire in the wrong sense, fire in the right sense, okay? Now, as far as your financial planet is concerned, the planet is still sitting in your 8th house until the 19th of the month, okay? As was the case last month, it will be good in respect for tax planning, your debt reduction, refinancing existing debt to be more favorable, on more favorable terms for you, okay? So if you have these in your agenda, this is a good month to approach it with outside investors too. If you think that you want to start a project and you're looking into the financial part of it, this is also a good time. It is also a good time to get rid of possessions that you don't use, and you want to reduce your waste, okay, and redundancy or redundant factors that is no longer really working for you, okay. For example, if you have an investment account, you want to kind of bring it down, or you want to change it or transfer it, or sell it or do whatever, like kind of redundant things that's not making sense in your life in any sphere, you want to really let it go. Okay? Slim it down. That's what I would like to say. Kind of slim it down. And remember, it's also good to put your financial interest of others ahead of your own at the same time. So if you have anybody else as a co partner in this kind of financial sphere, please take that person's finance into account before you do your own, okay? Because again, your job is to make other people rich in this period of time, as of course you do with your own prosperity, which will happen naturally and normally by your karmic law. It is like a give and take relationship. If you make others happy, fulfilled, you give them enough love, support, whatever you are doing or you will be doing in the month of February, at the same time, you are also turning your own wheel of fortune, and your karmic law is under supervision, because karma is what you sow, what you reap, kind of an event for you, okay? Now, on the 19th of this month, your financial planet will enter your ninth house of spiritual Pisces. Okay. This indicates a good financial intuition as well. It favors investments for the Cancers in foreign companies or foreign lands, overseas, wherever you're thinking. Okay. And of course, in general, it's a good prosperity on the finance part too. And of course, above all, I would say there is a need and an ability for Cancers to explore your spiritual dimensions of wealth, okay? Because that is the road to true financial independence for you guys, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what Cancers are turning more towards, okay? Their karmic situation, their karmic law, their spiritual enhancement, everything that's happening with them in this period of time. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams, guys, because sometimes they would bring spiritual messages and significance in your life as well in the month of February. So, definitely, if you are having any kind of dream with regards to those situations, definitely pay attention to your dreams to get the messages in the right direction as well. Okay. Now, with having said that, let's get down to your reading, guys. I've got my clarifiers here shuffled and all ready to move. Now, in your current self, in the month of February 2019, you guys are in a most beautiful self, Cancers, okay? You all are in the Three of Cups energy. Beautiful. There are maidens in the garden. They're celebrating some kind of a pledge, a social grace, everything, enjoyment. It's basically suggesting a conclusion of any matter that you may have in mind. There is plenty of merriment, happiness, victory, I would say even solace and healing as well in your world in the month of February 2019, because of this beautiful energy of the Three of Cups. That is your current self in the month of February 2019, guys. What a beautiful way to start the reading, Cancers. And that is because you're being able to maneuver things in the right direction with your wisdom, using the double-edged sword to cut through the brutalities, to cut through the, you know, things that no longer serves you, and you're looking into those areas of your life that's coming to you in the month of February that is going to lift you up, give you joy. You can celebrate with others, have a beautiful, merry time, happiness, social grace, solace, healing, everything together in the month of February in your current self. And that's your beautiful energy because of your spirituality, because of your spiritual wisdom, that you are using to the best of your ability in the month of February 2019, guys. Wonderful. Absolutely, guys, you'll rock, definitely. The theme of the month, again, Cancers, is to be victorious in yourself or with yourself, in your environment, in your life, in your social circle, in and amongst your people, in your family area, in your romantic life, in your professional life, in every sphere, basically. That's the theme of your month. Okay, you want victory, you want celebration, you want that happiness, you want the joy, you want to conquer it all in the right possible direction. And so, because of this kind of the thing, you are definitely not going to be looking at starting something or building something by yourself at this point in time. Okay, because in somewhere you really don't have to work by yourself. Okay, because there are people around you, good souls around you, who will definitely advise you, who will definitely help you in this month of February, who will give and lend their support in whatever project or ideas or things that you want to do going forward in the month of February 2019. And that's again because of your spirituality, your spiritual self, your wisdom, your philosophical ideas, your belief, your core values of life. Okay, that sorry, that you are using in the right possible direction all the time. That's your theme. Even for your theme, for your current self, this is what you're using, guys, and this is the most wonderful thing that the Cancers can be doing. And that is what you're choosing out of everything that you have. You're choosing the best for yourself in this month. You know what you want, Cancers. You want your victory. Okay, you want your victory. You want to build something, but not by yourself. Okay, and that is the reason you will have the help of the others. So you're choosing who are the people who can definitely be with you at this point in time to help you through any situations that is coming in your way. And that is the reason you are also choosing your spirituality and your spiritual wisdom in the right directions. Okay, out of all the choices in life that you probably have, you are definitely making your right choice and right decisions in the month of February 2019, guys. Wonderful, absolutely fabulous, fantabulous. Okay, Cancers, you'll rock, definitely. Now, the key goal of the month, guys, I have got a card in reverse in here, okay, and that is going to tell me what is your key goal in life at this point in time. And that is the card of Strength in reverse. That's your Strength card in reverse, okay, but when this card comes to you in reverse, it definitely tells you your key goal would be to not abuse your power in the wrong way. Do not abuse your power, please. You may have been given a lot of power this month, guys, because you definitely are in a very good area at this point in time in the month of February 2019. But take care. Do not go overboard with your power and do not abuse your power, because that's going to make you feel weak. That's going to create weakness in you. Okay, so you do not want to be weak. You want to be more magnetic. You want to be more charming. You want to be more, accepted by everybody. So, but if you're going to use your power in the wrong way, if you will abuse it in the wrong way, it will definitely put you in a bad position that is going to take you and drain you of your rightful energies, make you feel weak. Okay, guys. So ask for the strength, but ask for the power and the strength in the right way. So that's your key goal. Keep this in mind, Cancers, because that is what you will need to avoid any conflict in your life. Okay, if there is any kind of a conflict situation that you have in your life in the month of February, please do not abuse your power to overcome that conflict. Rather, you use your spiritual wisdom in the right way to overcome that conflict, because that would be your key goal for the month as to how wise you are in playing your cards right for the month of February 2019. So keep that in mind, Cancers. That would be your definite key goal for the month of February 2019. Now, as an obstacle, again, I have another card in reverse as well. Okay, and this would be um, a major arcana here. Okay, that's death, but in reverse. Now, this is coming as an obstacle for you. That's telling me that you will definitely go through a period of inertia, in the month of February. You will kind of feel lazy. You will feel lazy in changing things. You will be kind of resistant in changing any things, or working towards the change kind of a situation. You will want to rest, probably sleep a little bit more, if you can afford to do that. So that's your obstacle. But if you want to override this, because if you do that, you will also be kind of draining your spirits at the same time, because your spirit is enhanced, your spirituality is enhanced in the month of February. So definitely, if you're not going to make use of those good moments of your karmic law, and you let yourself go to sleep, that's going to kind of come as an obstacle, because you might miss out on some very important things in your life at the right time. Okay, so that is the reason it's coming as an obstacle. But at the same time, you need to rest and meditate. Try to put yourself, give yourself some rest. Okay, give yourself some time at the same time, but do not rush through things. But at the same time, while you are in a sleep mode, try to erase situations that is not going to work for you. Okay, so it's kind of forgetting the past. Okay, but that's coming up as an obstacle. That's because you will not be so easily be able to do that. Okay, so if you can, please keep that in mind. Okay, give yourself the time to put negative situations out of your body, out of your spirit, out of your mind. Take some rest, but at the same time, do not rest everything. Okay, keep working internally to put things, to to give death, to give situations a death whenever you feel that those are redundant, those are not going to work for you, those are not going to bring you any benefit. Okay, so that's coming up as an obstacle. That's because you will find it difficult to do, because cancers, being the very spiritual people, at times they definitely can go overboard with their situations, and their mind is always in a position to go forward, do this, do that, you're kind of thinking, and all the same time you're trying to sleep. But all these things put together is kind of giving you a little bit of restless period. Okay, so if you can, please take that as an obstacle. Take some time, do your meditation, do your inner soul searching, whatever you have to do as a guidance. And but at the same time, whatever redundant things are happening in your life, in any sphere, in any situation, in any circumstance, try to put a RIP sign on those. Okay, so that's what my advice would be from this beautiful card in here that I see, that my angels have given me as an obstacle. Okay, now your major accomplishment, guys. I've got a couple of cards in here, and I'm going to go with them with you as what is happening. Your major accomplishment, of course, is that you will be collecting information with regards to anything that you want, okay, with what is important to you, basically what you want to know, what you want to learn, what you want to understand from the information that is coming forward to you as major accomplishment in the month of February 2019, which at the same time is allowing you to leave the redundancy behind. Okay, things that have not manifested the right things for you, you are cutting those things off. What you need to keep, what you don't need to keep, what is the cup that's coming to you that you need to take, and which are those cups that are no longer filled nor are working for you anymore, that you need to leave behind. So, with the information that you are collecting, you're definitely getting a hold of your spiritual understanding of your spiritual self at the same time, because this is giving you a complete re-evaluation of your success story as to what you want to keep, what you don't want to keep, where you want to go, what you want to leave, what you want to collect, what you want to not collect. Okay, so that is your major accomplishment. Then you have the next card in here, which is the King of Cups in here. Okay, this is a beautiful card in here. And your major accomplishment will also be because you will embody this energy of the King of Cups, okay, who is definitely a fair person. He means business. He is a man of business. He is the of law, and he is also very divine at the same time. Okay. Now, he is here to oblige his opposite partner or sex with his love, with his divinity, with his understanding, with his spiritual wisdom. Okay, so that is the energy that will be your accomplishment in the month of February, that you will be able to imbibe this beautiful energy for the Cancerians of the King of Cups as well. Okay, now having said that, the next card that you have here, okay, and that is a card in reverse again. Now, reverse is definitely different messages for different people. So the next card that I have here is asking me or to tell you, okay, that as a major accomplishment, guys, in the month of February 2019, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay, which means that you could also at the same time could create some kind of disturbances or interruption in your spiritual understanding, if I may say so. You may even tend to divide that spiritual wisdom into, half and half, using it partly, not using it partly, kind of a thing. So that is the energy also. So sometimes you may be wanting to use that complete wisdom, or sometimes you may not, you may leave a certain part of that wisdom, not wanting to use that complete sense of spiritual wisdom that you have in your higher self in the month of February, and you may just want to divide that spiritual wisdom at times That would be another accomplishment for you in the month of February 2019. That's because ultimately what's happening is your accomplishment will that be of a magician. You will also imbibe the magic from the universe, guys. That means you will have all the skills that you need. You will also have the diplomacy that you need to address any situation in the month of February 2019. You could deal efficiently with any sickness, with any pain, with any loss, with any disaster, with self confidence, guys. You will have that magic in you, okay? You will have a strong will, okay? So, definitely, you will embody the magician or the form of this magic from the universe as a major accomplishment in yourself, okay, in the month of February 2019, guys. So basically, you are going to be doing a lot of work. That's what you will be going to be doing in the month of February as a magic is the last card that you're going to be doing, and you will be able to take control of every situation that otherwise was out of your reach or maybe was not in your control before. Okay, so that would be the magic, and that is because of this, because you're coming out from the dark and into the light. Okay, you will have no secrets about anything much anymore. You will want to do things clear cut, straightforward, right to the point. That's what you will be accomplishing with your skill and with your diplomacy in solving any issues in the month of February, in enhancing yourself, and also enhancing the people who are in your life with you in the month of February 2019, guys. Wonderful. I mean, this is absolutely a beautiful energy that you guys will be embodying in the month of February for the sign of Cancers, guys. And this is definitely beautiful because, and again, remember, you will not be talking too much about all this. You will be kind of, I would say, silent, but silently doing your work. Okay? You will feel a little bit unstable at times, or there could be disruptions because of this card of the moon in reverse. But at the same time, you would be able to accomplish things in the rightful direction because because of the magic in yourself. That's what you have. Okay? You would be able to judge deceptions very well, or any kind of error that could be coming your way in the month of February because of the moon in reverse as well. Okay, so you would be the magician, guys, Cancers. Okay, you would be the magician. That would be your major accomplishment for the month of February 2019. Now, having said that, let's get into the next one. And this one here is what to avoid, was my question. Okay, what do you guys need to avoid in the month of February 2019? And what I've got is the Page of Cups here. Okay, now this person you need to avoid, guys. What you need to avoid is this person. Okay, because this person otherwise is a very fair and pleasing personality, kind of effeminate, okay, I would say, but very studious, very intent, you know, kind of is very contemplating nature, whether the person should do it or not do it, whether the person should go with it or not go with it, because there could be a surprise waiting for the person at the end of the road. Okay, so that is what this person is all about. Basically, he is a very fair young man, this guy, okay? And he is kind of impelled to render service with whosoever is in his life. Okay, and that is what this person is all about service. Okay, because he is very studious, uh, he delivers messages, he can reflect on things, he can also meditate at the same time. Okay, and it's very business directed kind of an attitude this person has. So all these things that I just said is what you need to avoid, cancers, in the month of February 2019, because that's not the kind of personality you would want to embody or imbibe in the month of February. Rather rather you would be kind of wanting to give and have a give and take relationship in the right way. So you just will not be able, or you should avoid doing everything by yourself, guys. Again, like you're taking the load and the responsibility of pleasing somebody or pleasing those people, or doing everything, working completely by yourself, racking your brains even in your sleep, kind of a situation. I'm exaggerating, but that's what I'm trying to say, But please don't do that, because you definitely would want a relationship in your life that would be of an equal balance, that would be a give and take relationship in the rightful way. How much you give and what the other person takes, and what the other person takes is how much you give. Okay, so the give and the take would be very, very well balanced, and should be well balanced. If not, please avoid being this page of cups, trying to conquer the world by yourself. Okay, that's what you need to avoid, guys. That's very, very important, because at this point in time, that's what you are being called to do. And please heed this advice very seriously. What you need to embrace is the Seven of Cups in reverse, okay? Which means, again, you need to embrace your determination, you need to embrace your will, and you also need to embrace your desire for happiness, for fulfillment, for love, for everything. That's what you need to embrace in the month of February 2019, Cancers. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys, because you don't need to juggle with things anymore. For you, all the juggling act is now kind of being diminished, getting away from situations. You don't need to do that. Okay, so therefore, concentrate on your will, on your determination, and on your desire. Those are the three focuses of your life that you will have to bear in mind in this period, in the month of February 2019. And that's the energy that you will need to definitely embrace at this point in time for your good. Okay, definitely for your good, not for the good of anybody else, but for yourself, for your good. And that's what you definitely will have to do, and take care to keep these advices in the right place. Now, where do you find support, guys? You find support by getting away from situations, from circumstances, from dramas, from any kind of melodramas, from any difficulties that's no longer serving you or have become redundant. Okay, you want to move away. You definitely want to get away from those situations which is bringing emotional baggage and unfulfillment in your life. Sorry, bringing unhappiness because of the emotional baggages. Now that could be of your own emotional baggage or somebody's emotional baggage that you have been carrying for way too long. Okay, so that is what where you will find your support to move away from those difficult situations that again has become redundant, no longer serving you or serving your spiritual self at the same time. okay, or not accepting those kind of difficult situations of taking other people's load and burdens upon yourself, okay. So you will find support by moving away from those situations because you want to bring your destiny back in shape, guys. You definitely are calling for your destiny to come back for you. And you know what is funny here? Now that this card has come out to me in the clarifier section, I should mention this point in here because it just struck me that while I was doing my shuffling here, this card happened because when I shuffle, I see the cards when it kind of comes on either ends when I'm doing the shuffle. Okay, so therefore, this card, the Wheel of Fortune, came out a couple of times for the Cancers while I was doing my shuffling, and I was wondering why. Okay, now I know why. Because if you're not able to move away, you won't be able to turn your Wheel of Fortune, guys. This is very important, okay? You have to increase your abundance. You have to increase your wealth. You have to increase your own spiritual wisdom, your power, your intellect, your intelligence, okay? And you can only do that is by moving away from situations that's no longer serving you or not going to serve you further. Sorry. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. It's very, very important. A very, very definite card. It's a major arcana. Okay, so don't participate in anybody's problems, basically. Participate in your own desire, participate in your ambitions, in your goal, in your life, in your want, in your ambitions. That's what you need to do because you are turning your own wheel of fortune and you don't want that wheel of fortune to suffer because of somebody else's problems or somebody else's yeah, somebody else's problems, basically. Okay, so you don't need to do that. So keep that in mind, guys, and work to the best of your ability. And what does an outcome tell me from my spirit, my guide, my angels? Move towards the right things with your spiritual wisdom, for sure. Okay, definitely do not halt your progress. Do not abuse your power. Use your strength in the right way to get away from situations that is no longer serving you and moving in the right direction of your desire, of your ambition, of your spiritual wealth. Okay, that's what it is all about because you're doing that in order to begin the process of a teamwork, of a commitment, marriage, relationship, whatever that you are looking forward to. So move towards this beautiful card in the right possible way. Okay, by not rocking boats, by not overthrowing people, by not hurting anybody in the progress or the process, but do it in the right possible way because at the same time, do not use your extravagant sense of strength, okay? You know you have it, guys, okay? But do not be incapacitated to use the sword of the knight in the right way, okay? Do it, but do it in the right way towards building this beautiful pentacle, three of pentacle. Once again, move right in the right direction towards this beautiful card, but do not be incapacitated to cut through brutalities or to cut through problems where you have to cut through. Do not get scared to do that, okay? So whatever is not working for you is not working for you. Be very clear, be very forthright, be very completely honest about the situation. Because again, you're embodying and embodying who? You're embodying the King of Wand energy, guys. And this king is again, king is always very divine for sure. But this king is also one of my favorite king, okay? So you will find your strength, your support from this particular king in here, okay? Because he is a physical support, he will also be an emotional support to you because he has every kind of divinity in himself, guys. Okay, he's a dark man for sure, but he is very friendly at the same time. Okay, he is honest, he is conscientious, he is everything. Okay, so therefore you have to be in control of your conscious energy, of yourself, of your wisdom, of your power, of your intellect, of your spirit, of everything, of your intuition. That's what it is all about. And that's where your outcome will be for the month of February, will be absolutely rocking for you at the end of February 2019, guys. And again, as an overall thing, I have got the High Priestess in reverse, which is calling out for your passion. Bring your passion into the subject. Okay, it could be your moral or your physical passion, doesn't matter, but bring your passion back, guys. Okay, because you definitely need to have that. Don't be conceited to bring your passion back into life. Okay, because you have the knowledge, you do have the surface knowledge, but definitely go down deep into yourself to light that fire, the flame in yourself and in your relationship, in the areas where passion is needed. Put the fire, put the matchstick, and light the fire, guys. Okay, beautiful reading, Cancers. I'm delighted. The bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles, that is what you guys are heading for. And if you do the right things in the month of in the month of February, and do it, but have flexibility towards it. Do not become weak, okay? Do not be weak, because this card is, again, if you are overly kind to situations, you will become weak. So do the right thing, take the right step, what you have to do, where you have to cut the corners, where you have to snap the thread, where you have to put an end to situation. Do that in the most rightful way, and things will absolutely be perfect for you, rocking and rolling in the month of February 2019. With that, thank you so much, guys. Khuda Hafiz, goodbye, God bless, namaste, and once again, thank you so much. Bye for now.